The next thing that we're going to talk about is reviewing starting a project. So as you know, Premiere Pro is a little PR symbol that's purple, like down here below. And oftentimes when you are starting Premiere Pro, it'll give you that funky little page where it says new project or continue old project. Mine doesn't do that. I don't know why. Um, so I just go up here in File and I start a new project, which I'll just do now. And as we did before, you're going to title it. Let's call this Test 10. And then, like I said earlier, you really want to make sure that it's saving on the desktop. So if you look under Test 10, it says something, something, something desktop. That's good, because if you save it somewhere you can't find it, it's a pain in the butt, and you don't want that. All these other settings are really complicated, and I just ignore them because it doesn't really impact your project yet. I mean, when you get more sophisticated, yeah. So then you can click OK, and then we are going here. I want to show you, can everybody look at this? This is a new thing. This is new information. So your window has lots of different, you can actually change the way it looks by clicking up here. So this is the editing format. This is the coloring format. This is the effects format. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can make it look. And so each setting is a different focus, right? Like editing is like basic editing, but like audio is like setting up so that you can adjust the audio. You don't have to really worry about that. You should stay in your editing. I know this computer was like looking funky, like the layout, and that's because someone messes with the format. You can actually change the size of boxes. If you watch this arrow, watch it go across the blue line. It'll change. So you see it changes there? And then you can make this larger or smaller. Same thing with all the boxes. It's just like if you want one screen to be bigger than the other, it's helpful. Then you want to import the footage. I'm just going to pick some random clips. You can use the command to select multiple clips, import them, and then there you are. And most of you are at this stage right now. So as I said before, you're going to start your project by dragging a video clip onto the little icon over here at the bottom called the new item icon, and your film begins over here. I'm not sure why I did all of those. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. Okay, so now your film has begun. Here's something that's new. New item. So look over here. Some of you are, when you're looking at a timeline, look at the bottom, and everyone should do this. So put the cursor down at this little like 2-circle line thing, and it's going to change your perspective on your video. As you make it longer, you get a bigger picture of your video. You know, like you can see everything that's laid out there. If you have a 2-hour movie, you can look at the whole 2 hours at one time. But if you want to get more close up to the video and look at the little small stuff like the transitions and every little minute, you want to bring it closer. So that is really important, because if you're trying to edit on a big perspective, you can't tell where things are. So it's really important that you use that to kind of adjust. Does that make sense? Okay, so as we know, if you want to shorten the clips, you select the clip, you move it to the edge of the clip, and you can shorten it that way, or you can elongate it, the same thing. As we also know, you can also change the way your cursor looks to a blade by going over to the section with the little tools. It becomes a blade, and then you can cut your clips however you want. And then if you want to eliminate clips, you just select it and delete. Bam, it's gone. And maybe you don't like that space. Maybe that space irritates you, irritates me. You select it, delete it, and that space is gone. So that's the basics that we've been talking about. I'm going to tell you one more advanced or intermediate concept that's really helpful. So everybody look over here again. Look at the screen. See this little, it's like a dotted line with an arrow. So you're going to select that. And what that does is when you select that, that will basically select everything to the right of it. See how like I clicked that one clip and then everything went white on the other side? This is going to save you a lot of time because like say you want to put a clip in between those first two clips, then you can move the entire thing together instead of having to like move like 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean that's really a lot of pain in the neck, and so you can move a whole bunch of things together and then bring your cursor back and then like grab something and then move it over here. Does that make sense? So that's going to save you a lot of time. If you're in Final Cut Pro, which I like to use, it does all this for you. Oh, can you turn not do sound? Um, but this is one extra step, and it'll save you a lot of time. You can also select things by dragging it over and do it that way too. Actually, that's probably faster. Okay, any questions about basic editing? Okay, I think those are all the questions that people had before about basic editing. We had new projects, cut the video clips, table blade,